is up? What is up, YouTube? Welcome back to Silver Surfer channel. Got a fun coin today for you guys to share with, and I've been sharing quite a bit of coins actually on my channel. Go back and forth between paper money and different types of coins and bullion and stuff like that. But this one's a coin. I've been wanting to share this. I think this might be the final coin in my proof type set series that I haven't highlighted up and close and personal with the rest of the videos that I made and stuff like that. So without further ado, let's go ahead and share this one with you guys here. This one's a nice one. What you see in front of you is a Seated Liberty design pattern. The designer was Charles Barber at the time, believe it or not. Christian Gobret was the first guy to come up with the Seated Liberty design after the widespread coinage change back in the early 1800s. And upon his kind of ending portion of the career, Charles Barber took over as chief engraver and came up with this design, a really weird kind of denomination, if you would, because most would probably look at this and say, oh, it's a nice quarter. But if you look on the back here, at the very bottom, you can see it says 20 cents, not 25 cents, 20 cents. Very similar eagle to the trade dollar, a little bit more plain than the trade dollar eagle. But a very cool design. This one's minted out of Philadelphia, and it is a Proof 61, CAC approved. The, I guess, individual who owned this before was probably in their collection, Dr. James McClure. Not too familiar with him. I probably have to do some research on him to get more insight. But anyways, I picked this up from Paradigm Coins. They sell an amazing different array of products. They're asking a steep price on it, and I negotiated with them to get a fair price when I felt. It's got some beautiful terminal toning here around, kind of dark when you look at it like this, but when it flashes through the appropriate light, you can see all the different emerald green, magenta, the russet kind of look over there in the 10 to about 11 o'clock position. Really, really pretty. And like I said, this is designed by Charles Barber, which kind of stole the design, if you would, from, I guess you would say added on, the obverse at least, from Christian Gobret's Seated Liberty designs of all the different denominations that he made starting in the early 1800s all the way up until pretty much the end run of that, in which the things like trade dollar, then eventually Morgan dollar took over for the dollar series and all the other coin designs. But this was a weird one because he came up with this in an interesting time. The 20-cent pieces were minted from 1875 to 1878. And there wasn't really good public receptance on that in the very beginning, mainly because they thought, well, what's the point of having a coin that's essentially worth 2 dimes that they can use to put together, and or it looked very similar to a quarter dollar. And so there was a lot of confusion and stuff, unless you looked at the back here and read the actual denomination. And size-wise, it's very close to the quarter dollar also. So there's all that outcry kind of going on. These are, which I also don't think I'm going to be able to show you there, but maybe you can see it on the edge. These are not irridited, these are a smooth edge. So that's a difference as well than the quarter series. But so just kind of a cool piece in general. And let me see if I can find my quarter here, just to show you. Here you go, a little comparison about size difference. And you can see very, very similar, right? This one is a Gobret design here. So Barber, not only did he create the 20-cent piece all on his own, he also, at the tail end of things like the dime of the Seated Liberty series, made some modifications to it with the words United States of America on the obverse around the rim there. So he added 2 when he was chief engraver to the prior Gobret designs. But so proof coinage, 1200, the first 1875. The 1875S was the largest amount of business strike ones that they made at 1.1 million and some change. Carson City in 1875 also minted about 133,000 of these. And those are actually really cool typeset pieces, because in 1876, they minted about 10,000 of them. And very, very few remain to this day. I think the population only goes down to AU50 in grade, and that's like about a $250,000 coin. So super rare. And then again, in 1877 and 1878, they stopped making business strikes of these and only made them in proof. So the proof version in 1877-78 are double the cost of the 75-76 series. If I were to choose between the 1875-1876, I'd pick this, just because, again, there's about 50 coin less from 1876 versus 1875. And so, you got a little bit of supply and demand there. But a neat piece overall, of interesting denomination that was just not well received by the public. and eventually they phased it out shortly. I mean, it only lasted for about 3 different years. So really cool. Hope you guys enjoy this. Got some nice flashy mirrors on the back here. And a great toning. These guys get expensive, man, in any type of grade, anywhere from a couple grand to, 3,500 or so for just a standard kind of PR62, PR61. But I was happy to acquire this for a fair price, I thought, and it completed my set. So anyhow, hope you guys enjoyed. Let me know what you think about the 20-cent piece. If you guys got any business strike ones out there, any proofs. And until next time, Silver Surfer is out, guys.